everyone, it's Jess and welcome back to my channel, and this is my Christmas book haul. So I actually didn't get that many books for Christmas this year, which is probably a good thing because I already have too many books that I need to read. We have discussed this many times, but my boyfriend did buy me 3 books, and I'm actually very surprised by these selections because they are selections that I honestly didn't think he would choose. I was very convinced that I knew what books I was going to be getting, and yeah, he totally surprised me. But I'm looking forward to these 3 books, so let's just get into it, shall we? So the first book that he got me is Tender is the Flesh by Augustina Bazterrica. So this is one that has been floating around quite a lot in the past year or so. I've had this book on my TBR for about a year or so. This is, I think it's Spanish translated to English. The first line on the blurb says, "If everyone was eating human meat, would you?" So cannibalism, horror vibes from it. I'm very excited for this. I've heard great things about it, and I've heard that it is really weird and messed up, which is everything that I love in thrillers. So I'm very pleased with this one. And then he got me another horror, which is another one that I didn't think he would go for, but here we go. It's The Chestnut Man. I think this has been made into a Netflix show. I don't know if I've heard that wrong, but I'm pretty sure it has. But this is set in Copenhagen in October. And the police have made a terrible discovery. A psychopath is terrorizing the city. He leaves a chilling calling card, but it's not the only thing. Can a new killer be the key to an old crime? And will his spree be over when winter arrives, or is he only just getting started? And they are investigating the case of a chestnut man, and sounds pretty intriguing. And then lastly, he got me a book that has been on my wish list for years, for at least 2, maybe 3 years. And I'm so pleased to finally have it. But again, it's another one that I didn't think he would go for because, like I said, it has been on my wish list for ages. But that is Sherwood by Megan Spooner. So this is a Robin Hood retelling, but Robin Hood in this story is a woman, a young woman. This is just a retelling of that. Maid Marian doesn't know how she'll go on, but the people of Locksley Town, persecuted by the Sheriff of Nottingham, need a protector, and the dreadful Guy of Gisborne, the Sheriff's right hand, wishes to step into Robin's shoes as Lord of Locksley and Marian's fiancé. But who is there to stop them? Marian never meant to tread in Robin's footsteps, but with a sweep of his green cloak and a flash of her sword, Marian makes the choice to become her own hero. Okay, so Robin Hood is dead, and I think it's Maid Marian takes over the mantle of Robin Hood. Sounds pretty cool. But yes, I'm very excited for this. This is the first book in a duology, I think. So those are the 3 books that I got as gifts for Christmas. And they all sound really interesting. And then a couple of days after, I went to Waterstones to have a cheeky little look at their Boxing Day sales. They had a 50% off on all hardbacks, and then they had just really good deals on everything else. I could have shopped online, but the 50% off on hardbacks was in-store only. So it was a perfect excuse for me to go out and have a good browse, spend my gift card that I got for Christmas, spend my cash tips that I earned at work. I got a real selection of books here. I got a real mix of fantasy and thriller and literary fiction. There's just a whole host of stuff going on. So the first one that I picked up is There's No Such Thing as an Easy Job by Kikuko Samara. This has been on my TBR for a while. I just saw this on Goodreads one day and thought this would be interesting. I'm really into Japanese fiction at the moment. I have quite a few Japanese books that are on my TBR that I'm planning to read very soon. This one has a very intriguing cover. These colours are gorgeous. But this one is about a woman who walks into an employment agency and requests a job that requires no reading, no writing, and ideally very little thinking. She is sent to an office building where she is tasked with watching the hidden camera feed of an author suspected of storing contraband goods, but observing someone for hours on end isn't so easy. How will she stay awake? When can she take delivery of her favourite brand of tea? And perhaps more importantly, how did she find herself in this situation in the first place? It just sounds really cool, a very interesting premise, and yeah, I'm just really excited to see what this is all about, because I just love how Japanese authors are so observant of their characters and the surroundings that they are in. And yeah, there's just something about the way they view humans, and how they, pick apart daily lives and stuff, that is just really interesting to me. So I'm looking forward to that one. Next, I picked up Salem's Lot by Stephen King, and this is another one that was on my wish list and I just bought it myself. This is the new Hodder version that was released last year. This is the third book that I have in these editions now. I just love the covers so much. I think they look so cool. But I know this one is about a vampire. And I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to spoil myself too much. But this is another one of his popular books. And I'm very excited to read it. And then the next two books that I got are both in the same series. I've got The Dragon Republic and The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. So this is books 2 and 3 to the Poppy War series. The Poppy War, you're going to hear me talk about this book a lot in January because it was one of the best books that I have ever read. Full stop. Not just the best book I've read in 2021, but the best book I've ever read. And that book did things to me that I wasn't expecting it to do. And I've heard incredible things about the series, and just judging by how I felt reading The Poppy War, these two books are going to kill me. So get planning my funeral, guys, because I'm not going to be alive for much longer after I've read these. I just have this feeling that I'm going to be dead after reading these two books. But I'm very excited. These are Chinese-inspired fantasy books following this girl called Rin, who develops skills in shamanism, and there is this whole war that is happening. There's just so much happening in the first book, and it's very hard to kind of sum it up. So just go and read it. I demand that you read it. You won't be disappointed. It was amazing. Next, I picked up a book that everyone's probably sick of hearing about, because it is everywhere, but that is The Love Hypotheses by Ali Hazelwood. This is a very new contemporary romance that has come out, and I'm guessing, it's in a science lab. Obviously, it's in a science lab. But as third-year PhD candidate, Olive Smith doesn't believe in lasting romantic relationships, but her best friend does. And that's what got her into this situation, convincing Anna that Olive is on her way to a happily ever after. She was always going to be tough. Scientists require proof, so like any self-respecting woman, Olive panics and kisses the first man she sees. Sounds really cute. I'm saving this for Valentine's Day for February because it's going to be the perfect read for that, but everyone seems to be loving this, so I'm sure I will too. Then I picked up You by Caroline Kepnes. I tried to get the other two books as well, Hidden Bodies and You Love Me, but they just didn't have them in stock for some reason. I thought that was really bizarre, but I've got the first one, so I'm happy. I love the series, really, really enjoyed it. It is just really messed up. And I love reading books about messed up characters, and Joe Goldberg, he is the lowest of the low, he is extremely messed up. And I love being inside his head for some reason. Obviously he's not a very nice person, and I don't ever want to come across somebody like that. But, it's entertaining, and I just love reading about messed up people and the messed up things they do. And yeah, I've just been wanting to read this for so long. It's very intriguing because it is written in second person, which I think is going to add to the creep factor. I've not read many books that do that. So yeah, I'm so excited for this book. You have no idea. No idea. And then the last two books that I picked up are both in the hardback sale. So we have got Great Circle by Maggie Shipstead. So this is a bit of a leap in the dark for me because I don't really know what this book is about. I just love the cover. I have seen this book on Instagram quite a lot. It was nominated for the Booker Prize last year, 2021. I'm never going to get used to that. I don't really know how I'm going to feel about it, but because I got 50% off, I can kind of justify this risky buy. Do you know what I mean? But this is about a woman who, she's a bit of a daredevil, and she wants to embark on her live stream of flying a great circle around the globe. But after a crash landing, she finds herself stranded on the Antarctic ice without enough fuel. With a fearsome stretch of water separating her from her goal, she writes one last entry in her logbook. And then, like, years later, there's an actress who I think is playing her in a film, and she reads this woman's logbook and gets enthralled in her life. I don't really know. I have no idea. It is very risky. But I'm going to give it a go. And, you know, the book itself is just stunning. I mean, look at this. That is so pretty. So it was just worth that alone. And then the last book that I'm going to show you that I picked up is We Were Never Here by Andrea Bartz. This has been on my TBR for a while. This is I think it's a thriller. I've ruined the bloody dust jacket. Oh my god. Look at that. Don't let me have any more books. Right, so this is a thriller. And it follows some best friends who are on holiday. One of them gets attacked by a backpacker, and she had no option but to kill him. And then I guess they're trying to cover up what she did, and there's lots of paranoia involved, and the truth eventually comes out, I'm guessing. I don't really know. Hopefully there's lots of like backstabbing and things like that, because I just love that kind of stuff in thrillers. But yeah, this is another one that I really like the cover of. It is just so pretty. But yeah, very excited for this. It's got a lot of praise on the back. A lot of people have said that it's incredibly tense and atmospheric. It's the ultimate story of toxic female friendships. So I'm very intrigued. But okay, guys. Those are all the books that I got for Christmas, or got myself for Christmas. I'm very excited for all of these. I know I say that all the time, but it is true. I don't know when I'm going to get to them, but they are on my list for 2022. So please let me know if you read any of the books that I've talked about in this video and what you thought of them. If there are any books that you think I should get to ASAP. I always love to hear what you guys have to say. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it as always. Please leave a cheeky thumbs up if you liked this video. Please subscribe to my channel so you can see more videos from me in the future. Hit the bell button so you'll be notified every time I do upload. And having said all of that, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all in my next video very soon. See you later.